Good afternoon, family, friends, and students, and welcome to this convocation of the Loyola University New Orleans Class of 2029. Please stand if you are able for the opening procession. Vice President for Mission and Identity, Father John Cunningham of the Society of Jesus, will now lead us in today's invocation.
Let us pray. Lord God, you surround us with the mysteries of the universe. Your spirit of wisdom fills the earth and teaches us your ways. Send your spirit upon these students and fill them with your wisdom and blessing. Let them enjoy their learning and take delight in new discoveries. Help them to persevere in their studies and give them the desire to learn all things well. And may they share what they have learned from others. Through it all, may they celebrate your greater glory. Grant this, we pray, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Father Penn Dawson of the Society of Jesus, Rector of the New Orleans Jesuit Community, will now deliver the pronouncement of the mission of the Society of Jesus.
You are embarking on what promises to be a transformative journey here at Loyola University. My name is Father Penn Dawson. I teach at Loyola's Law School. I serve as the rector of the university community and the superior of the Greater New Orleans Jesuit community. I welcome you on behalf of the Jesuits assigned here at our two parishes, at Jesuit High School and Manresa House of Retreats in Convent, Louisiana. Whether you came to Loyola by choice, by tradition, or by destiny, you are now part of a community that cherishes the richness of diversity and the pursuit of honest intellectual and ethical growth. Loyola's identity as a Catholic Jesuit institution is what sets us apart in this city, rooted in a 500-year-old tradition of our founder, St. Ignatius of Loyola. The Society of Jesus' mission is not only to educate you, but to inspire you to live lives of purpose, of meaning, of service, to promote the common good, and to help build a world that is both just and charitable. The Society of Jesus has founded 27 Jesuit colleges and universities and 62 Jesuit high schools across the United States. Loyola and the other American Jesuit colleges and universities are part of a network of about 133 institutions of higher education in 31 countries around the world. But what does it mean for Loyola to be Catholic? The word Catholic is Greek and means universal, but not in a way that's syncretic or relativistic, but in a way that recognizes and appreciates our very real differences. Some of you are Catholic or have grown up in Catholic families. Others of you belong to different Christian churches or denominations. Some of you are Jewish. Some of you are Muslim. Some of you are Buddhist or from other religious traditions. Some of you identify as atheists or secular humanists. Being a Catholic university means that all of you are welcome. Our doors are open to all who are committed to fostering an environment of honest intellectual and ethical growth. In an age of skepticism and division, we hope that Loyola stands out for its commitment to cultivating excellence and leadership grounded on the values that benefit all of humanity. Loyola is also Jesuit, which means it embraces the legacy of St. Ignatius Loyola, who founded the Society of Jesus almost 500 years ago. Ignatius was Ignatian because of his life-changing encounter with Jesus Christ, an encounter that committed him to setting the world on fire. The Jesuits who serve at this university and in this city are motivated by that same encounter. And so I propose 3 Ignatian principles for your journey here at Loyola. First, be charitable. Regardless of your beliefs, embrace a spirit of empathy and respect for all. Extend kindness to your peers, your community, and your world. This act of universal love can truly transform lives. Secondly, be brave. Embrace challenges, seek knowledge, and dare to question. Courageously engage with other people and ideas, because you should never fear the truth. And lastly, be generous. Give of yourself, your time, your talents, your compassion. True fulfillment comes not from accumulating the passing things of this world, but from enriching others and society. You are all now part of a legacy that spans centuries and continents. As you move forward here at Loyola, let the Ignatian values guide you in becoming leaders who seek excellence and serve the greater common good. Welcome to Loyola, where your transformative journey begins.
Dr. Thomas Chambers, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now deliver the pronouncement of the mission of Loyola University New Orleans and introduce its leadership team.
Good afternoon. As you have heard, my name is Thomas Chambers and I serve as the Provost here at Loyola. The Provost is the Chief Academic Officer, the academic leader at the university who works with deans, faculty, and staff to advance the mission of the institution. Like you, I'm new to Loyola New Orleans, having started my position in June. I left the snow and cold of Buffalo, New York, where I'd been at the Jesuit institution, Canisius University. There, I learned through working with other colleagues that Ignatian learning differs from other models. It focuses on the whole person, mind, body, and soul, and sees the unique talents and perspectives that each of you brings. We call this cura personalis, care for the whole person, and it animates how our professors, administrators, and staff interact with you on a daily basis. As you move through this place over the next few years, look for ways that you can care for others, that you can make the world around you better, and that you can engage with our Jesuit mission, whatever your personal faith tradition. We welcome you to this community and encourage you to discern your relationship with the Ignatian tradition. And now, the formal mission of Loyola University New Orleans. Loyola University New Orleans, a Jesuit Catholic institution of higher education, welcomes students of diverse backgrounds and prepares them to lead meaningful lives with and for others, to pursue truth, wisdom, and virtue, and to work for a more just world. Inspired by Ignatius of Loyola's vision of finding God in all things, the university is grounded in the liberal arts and sciences, while also offering opportunities for professional studies in undergraduate and selected graduate programs. Through teaching, research, creative activities, and service, the faculty, in cooperation with the staff, strives to educate the whole student and to benefit the larger community. And now I'd like to introduce the university administrators charged with the collaborative leadership of the university. As I call their name, I'd ask them each to stand, and if you would provide them with a little bit of brief applause. First, the Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Alicia Bork. Our Chief Financial Officer and Vice President for Finance, Stuart Gay. Vice President for Unity Advancement, Stephanie Hotard. Vice President for Enrollment Management, Anthony Jones. Vice President, General Counsel, and Director of Government Affairs, Sharonda Williams. Vice President for Marketing and Communications, Dr. Ariel Charbonnet. Vice President for Mission and Identity, Father John Cunningham, S.J. And Chief of Staff, Desiree Rodriguez. Thank you, administrators. I'll now introduce the deans of the college, who will each deliver the charge to the students in their colleges. We begin with Dr. Leonard Kahn, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Would the students in the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Thank you. As students in the College of Arts and Sciences, you will learn to explore the universe, from its smallest particles to its most massive stellar occupants. You will meet its inhabitants, from its meanest to its most exalted. In the process, you will expand your critical, imaginative, and empathetic faculties, and you will emerge a person who is with and for others. Your faculty and staff are here to support you. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Please be seated.
Next, Dr. Bobby Savoy, Dean of the College of Business.
Would the students in the College of Business please stand and remain standing? Awesome. As students in the College of Business, you will learn to be problem solvers, critical thinkers, entrepreneurs, and leaders. And we'll teach you how to use AI in an ethical and humanistic way. We will offer you knowledge, but only you can choose to learn. So choose to learn all you can, both inside and outside the classroom. Get involved. Become the person you want to be as you move forward with your life, and have fun doing it. This is your time. Your faculty and staff are here to support you. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Please be seated.
Dr. Alice Clark, Associate Dean of the College of Music and Media.
Would the students in the College of Music and Media please stand and remain standing? As students in the College of Music and Media, you will study how film and music, design, theater, and the media can express the human condition and help us understand people who may be different from us. On behalf of Dean Cheryl Kennedy Heidel and the faculty and staff of the College of Music and Media, I challenge you to use the tools and practices of your medium to tell stories that matter, to make our world better through the transformative power of media and the arts. Your faculty and staff are here to support you. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Please be seated.
And now Dr. Michelle Collins, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health.
Would the students in the College of Nursing and Health please stand and remain standing? As students in the College of Nursing and Health, you will learn the art of caring for humanity in the most vulnerable times of people's lives. As you become steeped in the knowledge of how health is achieved and maintained in mind, body, and spirit, your capacity for empathy and compassion will grow to greater depth and extend to all of those around you, enabling you to truly engage in a life of service to others. Your faculty and staff are here to support you. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Please be seated.
And now Dr. Paul Cesarini, Dean of the City College and Online Learning.
To our new online students who are watching the live stream, and to all of our students at the Rayburn campus, Please stand now wherever you are. As fully online adult learners coming from multiple states and time zones, City College is here to help you finish what you started, charge your career, and change the world. Welcome to the Wolfpack. And if you're still standing at home, you could be seated right now. Thank you.
Last but not least, Ms. Patricia Nugent, Interim Dean of Libraries.
As Dean of Libraries, I charge each of you to learn from the resources we offer, to develop yourselves from the collected wisdom of humanity, growing as a person with and for others. Your faculty and staff are here to support you. Welcome to the Wolfpack.
And now, please welcome the 18th President of Loyola University, New Orleans, Dr. Xavier Cole.
Good afternoon. Thank you to all of our senior staff, to our faculty seated in the front row supporting you students. Good afternoon. Are you happy to be here? We're so happy to have you. Welcome home. Welcome students and family to our Wolfpack. You've heard it over and over again. Know you hear it because it's in our hearts and we mean it. We know that this journey of your family and yourselves, students, has been significant to come to this moment, this commencement of your undergraduate education. Now, while there are many themes of transition that I could choose to focus on today, such as how do you effectively live away from home for the first time? Could be a little scary. Never did your laundry, doesn't cook for yourself. That could be a problem. Or how does one navigate a new environment and city? Instead, I'll focus on something you've already heard, and it really will send home the message that this is so important to us. I'll focus on the thing that animates the work that we do here as a Jesuit apostolate, and that is our mission. Without it, none of what we do matters, and it makes us distinctively who and what we are. Now, to the students, you have chosen, actively chosen, a Catholic Jesuit experience here at Loyola, New Orleans. We will actively engage you inside and out of the classroom to develop into that person that lives for and with others and who seeks to truly change the world. Now, if you're not Catholic, but rather Muslim or Jewish or some other religion or no faith at all, you'll find that we will care about your personal and spiritual development and will help you through reflection and guided discernment to identify and define those things about which you truly care that forms a foundation of your character and your integrity. You are entering a long intellectual tradition of thinkers and scholars working in service of the common good. But we are also doers in Catholic education. Just a few stats for you, if you didn't know, and you probably don't. There are 5,920 Catholic schools in the U.S. 27 of those are distinctively Jesuit. Our founder, St. Ignatius of Loyola, famously stated that love is shown more in deeds than in words. This is a core principle of Ignatian spirituality where our Catholic faith and God's love is translated into service for others. Did you hear me say God's love? That's the thing about us. You'll hear us say God. You'll hear us say love. You'll hear us say it in combination. We will try to open your hearts. You will get used to this. We also graduate the largest populations of the poor. Did you know that? 1 in 4 Americans in poverty receive care from Catholic services, and we are the largest provider of education and healthcare to the world. That is right on mission for us. We call these ministries continuing and extending the work of Jesus, teaching through our schools, healthcare, through our hospitals and mental health facilities, advocacy through our pro bono law clinics, and care for the poor through our community service. To minister is to be in service to one another. Now, I don't know about you, but as a Catholic, I deeply miss Pope Francis. He was a man who would speak plainly to the needs of the world and speak directly to our hearts. I miss him very much, and I respect him and his legacy. And because of that, I want to tell you 3 questions that Francis had for the world, and particularly for you as students that are embarking upon a Catholic education. What is the purpose of the learning we impart? What is the transformative potential of the knowledge you will produce? And thirdly, what and whom do we serve? This is something, students, that I want you to ponder on over your time, formulating your own answers to these 3 questions. And when you see me on campus, let's talk about how you're coming to understand the words of Pope Francis. And students, you will have your understanding of these answers after 4 years with us here at Loyola, New Orleans. We'll make sure of that. You are becoming part of the Catholic intellectual tradition. Now, students, here's the fun part. Your faculty will pose questions that disturb you. Questions of ethics, questions of moral values. Your teachers and mentors here will reveal to you the greatest injustices in our world: hunger, poverty, exclusion. And over the course of this educational experience, we will raise your awareness about the human condition and expose you to the gritty realities of communities that are marked with poverty and want that will simply break your hearts. But we will ask you not to turn away, but rather ask the further questions of why this condition exists for these persons. Then we will ask you, what now shall we do? What can you do to alleviate suffering? These experiences and more will lead you to ask, what are the goals of a society, of your Catholic education? And I'll tell you, that is, it is to leave no one behind. No one behind. However, to engage in the world this way, it requires moral leadership. What does that mean? According to Robert Franklin, it means to be in service to the common good with integrity, courage, imagination, inviting others to follow. True servant leadership. This world, our world, your world, needs this form of courage now more than ever. And the path to this way of proceeding can be quite simple. It starts with acts of kindness. Acts of kindness, students. This is so easy to do, to act from a place of love, consideration, and care for the person. I'll share a very quick story about what I witnessed during move-in just a couple of days ago. I was in Buddick Hall, asking folks moving in if I could see their spaces, check it out, hang with prayers. Who did I run into? Anybody in there? So I was not in Buddick. I actually was. So I was asking to see spaces, and a young woman without hesitation said to me, "Let me go in and check with my new roommate first if this would be okay." This is a small thing, but my heart kind of melted. This simple act of kindness and consideration in one so young, it illustrated a keen sense of awareness of self and others, and the consideration of the person as well as the impact of her decisions on others. What a great object lesson for how all of us are supposed to live. Can you imagine a world where this is the normal way of proceeding? Can you? Unfortunately, our world is currently not operating in this way on the grand scale. One of our jobs as your faculty and mentors over the next 4 years is to give you the tools, the space to practice these person-centered approaches, and the encouragement to engage in this God and love-centered way, even when no one is looking, and even when no one around you is engaging in this way. That is the countercultural that we need from you. It takes an awareness of self and an understanding of what is fundamentally important to you and the courage to see it through. And ultimately, this is the challenge, young people. In a world where you think there is no hope or things can be hopeless, and I hear this as I talk to some of you as you think about the world that you're living in and you're entering, I'm going to ask you to have the moral courage to breathe in the chaos and to breathe out the calm. To breathe in the chaos and to breathe out the calm. To do this, you will need to be reflective, patient, and hopeful that a positive change is possible. So here at Loyola New Orleans, we will form you in intentional ways to see God in all things. This frame allows you to give and receive grace, to love someone through their brokenness, and to see the person in order to help them, and to hopefully convert their hearts to one of service to others by the example of your love and care. And if you, students, are broken, if you are broken, it allows you to humbly receive God's love through the care of others. So, I'll end as I started. Pope Francis's 3 questions, and I'll give you my very simple and direct answers. Maybe not yours. You find yours. What is the purpose of the learning we impart? To intentionally form men and women for and with others. Very simply. What is the transformative potential of the knowledge we produce? Absolutely limitless. What and whom do we serve? Our God and the people of God. If we can do this, if you can do this, we can make a difference in this world now and into the future. Now, class of 2029, go forth and set the world on fire with God's love and light. Welcome to the Wolfpack.
Dr. Alicia Bork, Vice President of Student Affairs, will now confer upon you your traditional class bead.
Good afternoon again, class of 2029, and welcome to Loyola. When we say beads in New Orleans, we're talking about more than just Mardi Gras sparkle. We're talking about tradition and parade goers yelling, "Throw me something," much louder than that. That tradition goes back to the Feast of the Epiphany, when the 3 kings brought gifts to honor the birth of Jesus. It's a reminder that sometimes a small gift can carry a big message. Here at Loyola, we continue that spirit by giving every incoming class a unique class bead. You'll wear it again at commencement, so please keep it safe. Let it remind you of why you're here and what you hope to accomplish. Each year's bead design is different, but always uniquely New Orleans and always honoring our Jesuit values. This year, your class bead is inspired by the magnolia, Louisiana's state flower. And with it, we honor 3 words: resilience, heritage, endless blooming. Magnolias are strong. They bloom even in hard times. They're rooted in our history and unapologetically beautiful. Just like this city, just like you. And let's be real, they're also a little dramatic. If you've ever seen a magnolia in full bloom, you know it doesn't just bloom, it makes a statement. You've already overcome challenges to get here, and yes, there will be more, but challenge is a part of growth. And as we say in Jesuit higher education, Reflection in the face of adversity deepens wisdom, compassion, and courage. And here's what I love most about the magnolia. They're evergreen. They keep blooming no matter the season. So will you. Let this bead remind you, you are rooted, you are resilient, and you are always in bloom. Welcome to Loyola. We're so proud to have you with us. At this time, I will be joined by my colleagues in the Department of Student Life and Ministry for the conferral of your class bead. Please take out your program, students, and follow the instructions for the procession. Your crew leader will provide assistance. Once you have received your class bead, please return to your seat for the remainder of the program.
At this time, all new students are asked to process up the center aisle following crew leader instructions to receive your class bead, which will be placed over your head. Then proceed according to crew leader instructions back to your seat. please welcome to the podium your Student Government Association President, Mr. Nicholas Keene.
Hello, class of 2029. I am so honored to stand before you today as your Student Government Association President, welcoming you to the start of a fantastic journey here at Loyola University, New Orleans. I'm here today to help ease you into this new chapter of your life, one where you are the holder of the pen and the paper is still blank. Your story starts now, not in some big, defining moment, but in the small, quiet ones, in the places where you feel unsure, in the awkward conversations, the unfamiliar rooms, and yes, especially in the uncomfortable. I say that as someone who sat where you are now, just 4 years ago. I know what it's like to feel uncertain. I know what it's like to wonder if you belong. I felt the tension of discomfort, and I've also found that more often than not, it's exactly where the good stuff starts. So what does it mean to find comfort in the uncomfortable? One of my strongest traits is forming one-on-one connections, but even I find it extremely uncomfortable starting conversations with people that I may not know, or speaking in front of large crowds. Like, I don't know, hundreds of people. Not my favorite. But I found comfort in the reason behind it, in the why. I was doing it for something greater than myself. That made the discomfort worth it. And when you're feeling uneasy, whether it's in a new space, a new friendship, or a new version of yourself, I want to encourage you. Pause and center yourself. Slow down. And like I said, public speaking still scares me a little. So if you don't mind, I'd actually love to take a deep breath with everyone today, because I know I'm not the only one with nerves right now. So as we take a breath, we'll inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and release for 4 seconds. Y'all got that? Fantastic. Getting started with the inhale, we're gonna go for 1. We're holding for 1. And releasing for 1. Whew, I know I needed that. Maybe more than some of you, but in the moment when we all took a breath, we shared something. Silence, peace, presence. Maybe even in a split second of discomfort. That is where comfort begins. By finding those small moments of stillness in the unknown, that's how we begin to find comfort in the uncomfortable, by slowing down and making space for presence. Every time you feel uncertain or step into something new, you have the opportunity to grow. To not just change yourself, but to help shape the people and the community around you. You can't stay in your comfort zone, not if you want to evolve. You have to find a way to step outside of it, push into the uncomfortable. And to get us started, I want you to take a look around you. These are your peers. These are your people, your roommates, your classmates. This is your community. Some of these people will challenge you. Some will become your closest friends. All of them are here for the same reason, to grow. And growth rarely happens in your comfort zone. You're no longer in a bubble, and that's a good thing. Even if you've just moved into your dorm or you are commuting, we've all entered a new space mentally, and that space is here. Now, let's switch it up. As we take moments of silence or we enter rooms with little noise, focus on the breaths around you. The space between us connects us to our school, our family, our community. That space we claim to be empty or uncomfortable is only deemed that way because we have yet to experience it. We will never have opportunities in the future if you aren't open and willing to grow in the uncomfortable. Especially if we're always putting a negative tone on what is and what isn't uncomfortable. You should feel nervous and uneasy about what's to occur for the next 4 years. Not because it's going to be hard, but because you as a person will not be the same one graduating in these next 4 years. Because you'll be comfortable in the space around you. Congrats on making it to class of 2029. Thank you, firstly, for your time. Secondly, thank you for letting me be addressed this way. Didn't get the memo. And thank you for taking the first step into the uncomfortable and hopefully taking the first step in being comfortable here at Loyola. Welcome. Trick y'all, I'm staying up here. In a few moments, we will conclude this convocation with a second line procession out the main horseshoe for your official class photo. New Orleans loves a parade, and not just at Mardi Gras. Second line parading originated in African American communities as neighborhood celebrations. There are two parts to a second line parade. The first line includes the parade leaders, and the second line consists of the revelers who fall behind. Following the closing benediction, the faculty, staff, and administration will lead us in a second line out the side doors to your right, where you will assemble behind the Loyola sign of the on the horseshoe for your class photo. Please remain at your seats until they pass. Thank you.
And now, please rise as you are able for the closing benediction offered by Dr. Tracy Lamont, Director of the Loyola Institute for Ministry.
As we conclude this convocation, let us go forth with hearts and minds open to the journey ahead. May God bless students, faculty, staff, and administrators, that our wisdom and understanding grow like trees planted by streams of water, and our roots reaching deep and our branches stretching wide. May our knowledge bear fruit in service to others, and may our actions nurture a community of compassion and justice. In times of challenge, may we stand firm like mighty oak trees, and in times of joy, may we flourish like blossoming flowers. Let our collective wisdom create an ecology of learning where each one of us contributes to the growth and vitality of the whole. May we be ever refreshed by the living waters of truth and goodness, and inspired by the light of divine wisdom so that we can truly be people for others. Students, as you begin this new chapter, may you be blessed with joy, courage, and compassion as you grow in knowledge, faith, and purpose. Go forth with strength of this blossoming community, the light of reason and goodness, and the spirit of faith. Amen.
And now, as we say in New Orleans, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.